Hi there, if you're looking for cost-effective headset, then I think you're going to want to check this video out. I'm going to review Earmor / Opsmen M32 Mod 3 headset. Check it out. Okay, I've had this headset for some time now. Those of you that have seen some of my other videos on comms, headsets, throat mics, that kind of stuff, may be a bit surprised that I bought this headset. I wasn't keen on using a headset with my goggle system. Happy to report that my fears on that level were unfounded. You can definitely use a headset with a paintball mask system and get the benefit of them. I was pleasantly surprised, but we'll move on to that at the end of the video when I do my summary. What are these and what can you expect when you buy them? So they come in a nice, everything comes in a nice box. This isn't an unboxing, they're already out and they're on my fast helmet. First off, what I'll do is I'll read you some of the gubbins off the box just so you know what these are. As I said in the intro, these are Earmor / Opsmen. So in Europe, these are called Earmor. Over in the States, you'll know them as Opsmen. And actually, on the box here, you can actually see it's Opsmen Tech Co. Limited. Same company, same product, just different branding, whether you buy it over here in Europe or whether you get it stateside. Completely identical in every way, just different branding on the box. These things are basically, they're a civilian / commercial knockoff of Contacts or Peltors and things like that. They're much cheaper than their military counterparts, so some of the functionality is reduced as well. Just bear that in mind. These are not mil spec. They do make a mil spec version of this, but it's about 4 times more expensive. I think I bought this headset, that was about £60 here, so you know, $70, $80 over in the States. And there's a few things you need to know about this, which we'll run through. There's a bunch of buff on here. You'll need 2 AAA batteries. I'll show you where they go in when we get the headset out. It's got a detachable microphone. You can move the mic from left to right, right to left, whichever is your preferred side that you have the mic on. And they come with a U174 connector, a military connector, but it is NATO standard. You need to bear that in mind. Remember that, NATO standard, because these headsets won't work with other PTTs that aren't of the NATO standard. So for instance, like ZTAC, won't work with a ZTAC PTT. Won't work with a Peltor PTT either. That doesn't match either. And they've got a 4-hour cutoff, so if you forget to turn it off, it will turn off after 4 hours. They have a rating of 22 decibel noise reduction rating. I don't actually know if that's good for firearms use. It would reduce the noise from firearms, but if you're going to be using firearms on a regular basis and you want hearing protection, I would go for a recognised brand that has a recognised standard noise reduction rather than a commercial civilian company telling you it's a 22 decibel noise reduction. It does work. I can tell you, even having it on over my mask system, when I fire the gun on my paintball marker, you can hear it cut out some of the noise. Flashbangs, grenades and stuff like that. It's a really weird sensation. You throw it and you wait for the bang and it's not as loud as you expect it. It does deaden the noise. So it does work, and it does work with your mask system. I just don't have any experience of how that compares to real firearms and real world air protection. I don't own Peltor or Contacts or anything like that. Never used them. Never been in the military and used military versions of them. So I don't actually know. It is what it is. This is for civilian use. This is for LARPing, you know, airsoft, Magfed paintball, all that kind of stuff. You don't want to be taking this over to a war zone and try and use it there. Probably wouldn't last very long and it wouldn't perform as you would need it to in that environment. That being said, let's get the box to one side and I'll get the headset out. This particular version did come on the headband, but I purchased the Earmor arc rail adapters and they're on my helmet now. So I'm going to show you it fixed to my helmet. I'll show you the headband, but I'm not going to take it off the helmet because life's too short to keep moving headsets around. Put the box to one side and I'll get you the helmet. There we go. Okay, so this is my paintball helmet. That's the headband that comes with the headset. I've got the PTT here as well, so I'll show you that. Here we have the headset. I've got mine in, I can't remember if it's olive green or what do they call it, olive drab or whatever. This is the left side. I actually got my earpiece on the left side. I really like this new style redesigned mouthpiece here, microphone. It's a bit squeaky. You've got an adjustment point here, you can tighten it up. You've got adjustment point here, an up and down adjustment point, and you also got an adjustment point here. You loosen that up and you can, got a bit of play there. It's not much, but you can extend it out. I think, I can't remember where I had it, but straight out, as it was out the box, it worked fine for me. It's nice having this rigid arm because where you put the mic, it stays. And it did stay quite nice. It will curve and tuck under my mask. Didn't have any issues with people understanding what I was saying. The only time I did is when I forgot to put the mic down and it was up here. But as soon as I figured it out, I put it back down, it was fine. The cable is fixed to one side. You can't move the cable, but this headset will unplug from out of here and will unscrew from there, and you can put it on this side. It will fix onto here and it will plug into there. Okay, batteries, you need two AAA batteries, so Sony batteries, they pop in and out of there, like so. What else is there to say about them? They come with the standard ear protection here. You can upgrade these ear pads to gel ones at an additional cost. There's another mic you can upgrade at additional cost. So if you ever tear this or break that, then you might want to upgrade them to the nice squishy gel version ear pad or the upgraded mic. At the time of recording this, you can't really get any of these bits. Stock is limited due to the worldwide trade things. Here in the UK, there's Brexit and all sorts of stuff holding things up at the customs and all that kind of gubbins. The controls are for the headset are all on this earpiece here. You've got your power on, you press and hold for it to go on. You do hear this lovely lady in your ear saying power on and yada yada yada, and you've got increase, plus and minus volume on there as well. You've got microphones here, and basically they take the ambient noise from the outside of the headset and they transmit that into the earphones inside. So effectively it's allowing the sound from the outside world, the ambient noise, to come into the headset. Then what happens when it picks up a bang or a loud noise above a certain decibel range, it cuts that noise out, so your ears are protected by that noise reduction system. It's a clever system. It's hard to describe what it sounds and feels like. It's more that your brain expects the noise. It's weirder if you throw a grenade, for instance, expecting it to go pop or bang, and when it goes off, it's a bit of a letdown. You're expecting more of a bang. All the noise that you're unaware of, it doesn't surprise you because it's just muffled. So if someone is firing their paintball marker near your ear without the ear protection, it might have made you wince a bit, but with the ear protection, you're still aware someone's there, but there's no noise really to cause you any problems. Same thing if you're in a room and someone throws a grenade in. You'll hear the grenade go off. It deadens the effect of flashbangs especially. But you still got to take your hit and you still got to go out. It's not an excuse to say that you didn't get hit by a grenade because you didn't hear it. As I say, these came on the basic headset. So effectively, to take them on and off the headsets, you pop off these pieces here on the sides, and then you turn the, I don't know what you call this, the connector, 90 degrees, and it will slide on and off of here because there's like a flat flange element on here that would only allows it to go on in one way. So you need to turn it 90 degrees, it'll go on, turn it 90 degrees, and it won't come off again. And they're like a plastic, there you go, like a plastic gripper on there. There must be some sort of O-ring style setup there where it grips, the rubber's gripping the metal enough so it just doesn't fall off, and it's adjustable. So you can adjust them up and down on each side. These are the Earmor arc rail adapters. They're okay. Then nothing to write home about. I suppose there will be better ones out there. One thing to note, this fast helmet is a One Tegris helmet. It is, for want of a better word, a clone of a military fast helmet. These arc rails may not be the exact spec that Arc intended, so these adapters didn't fit on here out of the box. I can't say whether they would or wouldn't fit onto a legitimate arc rail. It is what it is. Most things that you try and fit onto gear is a bit of a mishmash, so you end up having to mod stuff. I had to file down one edge of the adapter until it was at a point where it would allow me to put it into this rail and slide it. They were so tight that twice I had to get a hammer on here and actually hammer it back out because it wedged so tight in there it wouldn't it wouldn't go in far enough to lock, and it wouldn't come out. It was a right pig. But yeah, spent a little bit of time sanding them down. They both fit, and they're in there now. And effectively, you have like this spring-mounted retention here. You can pull these, and they will lock open. You can also turn them 90 degrees. You can put them on the back like this, out the way. So if you want to do anything with adjustments in there, you can, you know, it's good. There's a good range of adjustability on the headset. It does increase the weight of your helmet, but everything is in one place on here. So when I go into a game, I put my mask on, and then I put my helmet on, and my camera's on there, my headset's on there, everything's on there. Then I just plug into my PTT. PTT, like I said earlier, you have to be aware that this headset works with a particular type of PTT. If you have one of the FMA headsets, like the Ops Core kind of clone, their PTTs will work with this because they're NATO standard. So this is an Earmor PTT. I bought this at the same time because all the foreign problems around these headsets are basically that they plug them into their PTT and it doesn't work. There's noise, the button doesn't work, the PTT, yada, 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 yada. What I learned from previous radio setups, like my Raycal setup and my Z-Tac throat mic setup, is if you're going to go with the comm system, have it from the input to your radio all the way through the output to your earpiece, the same brand. It will just work better for you in the long run. So unfortunately for me, I do now have 3 different PTTs for 3 different radio systems that I've got. Craziness, I know. So this is the Earmor M51. They basically have one PTT, but in different flavours of connector on the end here. So you just need to know which one of these you're using. I use Baofeng radios, which is the Kenwood connector. So this is the Kenwood connector, and this is the PTT. It's a straightforward PTT, Earmor branded. It's got a very good firm click to the PTT. The only issue I've had with it to date, out of the box, is very stiff. So definitely not for the runts of the litter out there. It needs a good firm click in and a good firm pull out. It's not a deal breaker by any stretch of imagination, but it clips onto your gear, and it can be, if you're all kitted up and you're trying to take your helmet off and you've got your gun on your sling and all the rest of it, and you're trying to get up here to pull it off the connector, you can pull it off your rig and all that kind of stuff. That's the only issue I've had with it, is sort of a really stiff connector, but you want that in some respects. The headset is water resistant, it's not waterproof, so it will survive rain and showers and things like that. It won't survive a submersing, so don't go swimming to contact in it. It will survive paintballs, I can vouch for that. It's been hit with a paintball, it will survive that, and it will survive rain. So with the PTT, I think the PTT will as well. Providing you've got it connected, that will survive hit with a paintball, and it will survive light showers and stuff like that. I used this at Warzone, Airsoft and Paintball, and I was really pleasantly surprised with this headset. Now, this is the newest iteration of this headset. It's the M32, the Mod 3. Worked all day long for me. It easily connected in with a radio. Once it was on here and set up, worked all day without fault. Power's on nice, good controls. Biggest thing I was surprised, I don't know why, you could get these ideas in your head, I suppose. I was dead against having a headset like this in conjunction with a full face paintball mask, purely because I wouldn't get a benefit from it. The mic might not pick up my voice through a mask. I created all these different reasons why this wouldn't work, and I tried to use throat mics and in-ear bone conducting mics and all that kind of stuff, which ultimately they didn't work as well as I needed them to. I've gone full circle and actually got one of these headsets, and it's the best version of comms I've had with a paintball mask since I've been looking for it. So I could have saved myself a lot of time and money. So hopefully you will save yourself a lot of time and money if you're looking for a setup for paintball by looking at investing in a set of this. PTT is around £30, I think, here in the UK. So $40 to $50 in the States. The headset was £69. 60 or £70. I'll put some details down in the description if you want to go off and find some of these where you are. All combined, it was just over £100 for this complete setup. And you chuck in a cheap Baofeng radio, anywhere between you know, 15 to 30 pounds for a radio, you've got a decent comms setup for between 100 and 130 pounds. So in dollars, what we're looking at dollars, 100 to 150 dollars maybe. And for what I use it for LARPing around and paintball, it was really good. So far, no problems at all. I've heard people say that they didn't think the quality on the PTT was very good and that it fell apart. Not my experience. It feels a solid piece of kit. It's not cheap, flimsy plastic. All the connectors and cables seem well put together. Nothing's loose, nothing's flimsy. It's a nice sturdy cable, both the PTT and the headset side. So far so good, I've had no problems with this setup. Audio is crisp and clear, even with a mask in between my ear and the headset. All worked fine. And the noise reduction, that surprised me. That even works, you know. It's obviously not as good as having your ear in the cup of this. So if you're using it for airsoft, maybe you get a better experience from it. But it does work. The compression of the arc rail adapters keeps it on your head, pushes it nice and close, and you do get a benefit from that noise reduction. Especially I was lobbing grenades and smokes and flashbangs. Pleasantly surprised. It's a weird sensation to get used to, but pleasantly surprised. It does work. All in all, I highly recommend this Earmor M32 platform setup. For the price, I'm very happy with it. Can't compare it to some of the more expensive mil-spec stuff. You'll have to find someone else that owns both to compare that. But from what I've seen, a lot of people have spoken very favourably about Earmor / Opsmen gear in comparison, especially when you for price. I think if you're looking at £250 to £300 or dollars for just a headset, compared to 130 quid for a complete, radio, PTT and headset. For the performance of this, I think you'd be pleasantly surprised. I'm a complete convert now. I don't think I'll be switching back. Even if I'm not using the helmet, I'll put these back on the headband and use them without the helmet. Whenever I'm using the camera, I've always got the helmet on. So it's going to be my preferred helmet setup at the moment for how I'm going to be running. Works fine with my mask. Really happy with it. If I get any problems, I'll either do a new video or update the description / pinned comment to this video to give you a heads up. But at the moment, it's all love for the Earmor M32 Mod 3 headset and PTT. If you like this video, make sure you check out this video and for more content on a similar vein. Thank you for watching. It really means a lot to me, and I'll see you in another video.